as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a huge return as they take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They find some open field here. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 31-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Dobbins trying the left side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this one too low.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
On third down, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Makes the score Browns. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's going to air one out. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football. And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They go play action here on 1st down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 21-0 our score after 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They'll run with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
so many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created the second one.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's caught by Hooper. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll look to throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the microsecond.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's their quarterback, scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
On the return is Duvernay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Bateman once more.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Jackson from the shotgun. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. The Browns on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Jackson on 1st down. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Again, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So that one will be accepted. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cleveland,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.